Hey friends, welcome to Simplified by Singam. Welcome back to another Python exercise. Today we are going to solve a very simple but super important problem, which is printing all the even numbers between 9 and 100. Sounds easy, right? Because we have already done these kinds of exercises before. But here is the cool part. We are going to understand it step by step using a flowchart and then write the Python program ourselves. Trust me, once you get this logic, loops will feel much easier. So the task is to print all the even numbers starting from 9 to 100. And now think about it. 9 itself is an odd number. So the very first even number we'll hit is 10. From there, we just keep adding 2 to get the next even number. Like for example 10, then it will be 12, 14, 16, all the way up to 100. Pretty neat, right? And according to the flowchart, we start with I value 9 and we check whether I is less than or equal to 100 and repeat until we pass 100. And what are we doing there? We are adding 2 for every iteration. And once this condition is false, the loop ends. So in plain English, keep adding 2 until you cross 100 and print every step along the way. Let's now write our program in Python. So first is to give I value 10 because the first even number after 9 and then print even numbers between 9 and 100. Okay, while I less than or equal to 100, you will print I, and let's just give end so that it prints everything in the same line. And then you just have to increment I value by 2 for every iteration. Same as I equal to I plus 2. It's as simple as that. So here's what's happening. We start I value 10 because 9 is odd number. So the first even number will be 10. And then we print even numbers between 9 and 100. Just a nice heading for the user to understand. And while I less than or equal to 100, so this loop runs until I goes beyond 100. So inside the loop, we are printing I and make sure all numbers print on the same line side by side, and that is the reason we are using AND here. And finally, I equal to I plus 2. That's the trick because we just have to keep on jumping the number by 2 to always land on the next even number. So that's the basic logic, right? So that is what we have to follow and that is what we are doing it. And then when you run it, you will see the output as see the even numbers between 9 and 100, 10, 12, 14, 16. I think it's doing its job perfectly. So it's exactly as expected. So what you're doing, just getting the next even number immediately after 9, it's 10. And then you're printing the even numbers between 9 and 100. It's a heading, easy to understand for the user. And while I less than or equal to 100, you're printing I value and you're doing this so that you can print the next output in the same line itself. So that is why we are using it. And then the logic is pretty simple. You just have to add 2 numbers for every iteration. And that's what we are doing. Awesome work, my friends. So if you followed along with me, you just learned how to start from an odd number, but only print evens. And here you used while loop to repeat a process and, increment by 2 to move step by step through even numbers. And here is a little challenge for you. Instead of printing the numbers between 9 and 100, can you print all even numbers between 50 and 200? Try it out and let me know in the comments below. And if this video helped you, please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you'll be the first to know when the next exercise drops. Remember, every small program you write is one big step forward, becoming a confident coder. Keep practicing, keep exploring. And I'll see you in the next video. Until then, happy coding.